Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon and support me. Kindly watch the full video and like this video. I love to read your comments. Thank you.
Watch 10 unique animals before you die.
Researchers have assessed that their square measure 8.7 million creature species on Earth. Some of those square measure furious lions, sharks, tigers. Some square measure charming bunnies, deer, otters. The subsequent square measure 50 shocking creatures to feature to your movement list of must-dos. Currently 1. Shoebill. No shock here. The shoebird waiter has, well, a bill-fashioned sort of a shoe. Additionally important with regard to the current astonishing creature. Shoebill's square measure surprisingly tall, sure is shooting folks inbound at statures of north of 4 feet. Moreover, dissimilar to varied totally different birds that occupy comparable swamp conditions, shoebill's square measure exceptionally compelling hunt feet. Their long legs square measure ideal for crossing shallow waters, wherever they're going when reptiles, rodents and fish. They're even glorious to strike against adolescent crocodiles. How to identify a shoebird. Shoebills use their sturdy bills to urge a handle on and choke just about something they expertise, nonetheless relax, they do not chase folks. Observe one to be in East Africa, wherever their territory is targeted. 2. Stick insect. Observing a stick bug needs cautious perception, because the name makes exceptionally understood, it's sort of a stick. This, joined with a capability to stay fully still for extended lengths of your time, provides the stick bug one of the foremost productive traditional covers on Earth, as Public Geographic fitly puts it. Their square measure varied assortments of stick bugs. One amongst the good is that the Goliath thorny stick bug. Native to Australia, it brags further the extra part weed-like spikes to additional combine into its environmental factors. How to identify a stick insect. In the event that you just expertise the sick effects of a bug concern, as many do, the Phobedicus kirby can torment your unhealthy dreams. At north of 21 crawls with its legs extended, this can be in all probability the longest bug on the earth. 3. Glass frog. Similarly as you'll be able to see through glass, you'll be able to see through the unprecedented glass frog. A considerable ton of those frogs have lime green skin, nonetheless a number of return up short on hue on their undersurface, creating their organs noticeable to the unaided eye. Equally astonishing square measure. Their noticed backs, that researchers theorize square measure supposed to seem like eggs, thus hunters following their posterity become befuddled. How to identify a glass frog. Your most blatant chance with regard to police investigation. This tree-staying frog is in Costa Rica or Panama. Costa Rica's Totiguero Park, specifically, guarantees a good shot at seeing one, within the entireness of its easy greatness. 4. Mantis shrimp. Mantis shrimp square measure antediluvian, furious and every one around strange. Differing types of stomatopod crustacean are around for associate in nursing expected 400 million years, and that they are not like another shrimp around. They're spectacularly spectacular that their members, known as clubs, will crush crab shells and bust open shellfishes. A few assortments have skewers instead of clubs, that square measure equally spectacular. These clubs will likewise be utilized to carry out around 500 punches in but a second, transfer spare power to interrupt glass. Moreover, that's not all. Since these shrimp have staggering vision, they will notice in 2 distinct bearings immediately, they hit with pinpoint exactitude. How to identify a mantis shrimp. Their square measure around 400 distinctive kinds of stomatopod crustacean, the foremost astonishing wanting of that is while not a doubt the multi-shaded peacock stomatopod crustacean. The waters of Costa Rica and Bali square measure particularly made with mantid shrimp, book a plunging campaign to check one terribly shut. 5. Wombat. At the purpose. Once you see a pouched mammal, a soft token marsupial with associate in nursing lovable face and quiet disposition, you will presumptively promptly got to embrace this cool creature. Yet, do not be tricked by appearances. Wombats sport rat-like teeth and might get forceful assumptive they feel undermined. Wombats square measure wonderful in alternate ways that, as well. In distinction to totally different marsupials, their pockets face in reverse and their crap is 3D square formed. To secure the passages wherever they abide, they jump into them recklessly and arise their backside, that is satisfactorily intense to impede hunters. How to identify a wombat. You can run wombats within the urban center installation, but they're best seen in nature. Head to Australia's Maria Island, wherever they're pervasive and straightforward to acknowledge. The island is located off the Australian state coast and may be a tremendous spot to go to overall. 6. Axolotl. The mud puppy lizard figures out the way to get on the double charming and type of disconcerting. But it creates legs, it ne'er arrives at land and, all things thought of, invests its energy walking the submerged surface. Its epithet: strolling fish. How to identify axolotls? This uncommon animal, that comes in colors going from made white to olive, is just native to North American nation. Your most blatant chance with regard to seeing one exists on the brink of national capital within the pools of Xochimilco. A people decay is to a good extent attributable to atmosphere misfortune, however, at an equivalent time is due to the manner that the mud puppy is viewed as a cooking delicacy. 7. Sun bear. At the purpose. Once people think about bears, they regularly envision the large, fast and presumably parlous types: polar, grizzly, brown and dark. They often don't think about sun bears, that aren't traditional for any of their cousins. Sun bears square measure the smallest bears on the world, with varied grown-ups advisement underneath 100 pounds. In any case, what really makes them stand apart is their curiously long tongues, which might compare 9 inches. Otherwise, referred to as honey bears, sun bears climb trees to trace down honeycomb, and their tongues persuade be helpful once they lick out their plunder. How to identify a sun bear? Sadly, deforestation is adding to people decreases. However, you'll be able to in any case observe sun bears in geographic area wherever, dissimilar to their North Yankee cousins, they flourish in tropical backwoods conditions. The islands of Sumatra and Borneo square measure particularly nice spots to induce to their natural surroundings. 8. Lyrebird. Lyrebirds may beyond question win a capability show for his or her capability to mirror sounds in their current circumstance. Valid. This characteristic exists in several birds, nonetheless lyrebirds take things to associate in nursing extraordinary level. They'll emulate just about any sound, as well as trendy gear and power instruments. How to identify a lyrebird? Found in Australia, the bird's square measure likewise familiar for his or her ostentatious sexual activity shows, the fellows flaunt their long tail feathers whereas moving and utilizing their sensible vocal capacities to attract mates. Adhere to the forest zones of Queensland and New South Wales to trace down them, or head to Tasmania, wherever they were conferred incorrectly but have since proliferated and came upon populaces. 9. Parrotfish. You can observe percoid in tropical reef conditions, wherever they use their outside teeth, that correspond a snout, to sever inexperienced growth rocks, coral and different coagulated substrates. This capability permits them to chop out a residing wherever varied completely different species can't get by. Another fun, if somewhat nauseating, reality. Percoid crap sand. Incidentally, massive numbers of the sand grains found on white sand ocean shores square measure extremely percoid crap. How to identify a parrotfish? Parrotfish square measure found within the Indian and Pacific Seas. The Seychelles Islands off geographical area brag associate in nursing particularly sizable people. 10. These nighttime lemurs have an especially strange type, with huge ears and gnawing animal-like teeth. Within the wake of sound on trees to seek out bugs seeable of percussion criticism, they drill a gap with their teeth and long center finger to disengage and eat the bugs. With the conduct markings of a pecker and therefore the presence of a primate emulsified in with a rat, the affirmative is standout and, oddly, form of charming. How to identify head to Madagascar to acknowledge these googly peered toward animals. After the sun sets is that the purpose at that you'll be able to zero in your energy on searching for the affirmative.